So I have a confession to make. I mean, maybe you know me, but I have anxiety. And you're probably like, well, Kat, of course you do. Everyone suffers from anxiety. And that's probably true to an extent. Everyone, gets anxious. Everyone fights their own battles and has their own, are like basically an argument with themselves. But actually what I have is pretty, I won't say it's like mega serious because I've never full on had a panic attack or anything. I mean, I've gotten close to where I thought I was going to have one, but I've never had one before. But I do take medication for my anxiety, and if anyone who's watching this has anxiety, I just want you to know that you are not alone. And if you are like me, when it was first, my mom for years was trying to get, I thought I needed it. It was like, you worry a lot, you're a brooder, you should think about getting medicine, it might help you. And I was like, I am fine. I do not need any form of medication. I'm not depressed. No, and I'm not depressed. And maybe back then, like, I had a hard time in middle school, so maybe I was then, but I definitely got out of that, but I still worried so much, like a lot, and to the point where it was internalized, and like I would get sick, last year or the year before, I think it was the year before, because I was in college. I think I was like starting up college. It was my sophomore or junior year. I finally started taking medication for it, and to think of how much I worry now, if I didn't have the medication, I couldn't imagine it. I know it helps me, like, and it's so, like, I hate the idea of being stuck on medication every day because I'm allergic to my surroundings. I'm lactose intolerant, so I gotta take pills if I want anything with dairy. And I hate that, and so that was one of the reasons I was also really fine. I was like, I'm fine, I'm a human being, I should be able to live, without medication. But you know what? Sometimes it's easier. So to more exemplify my anxiety and to more, commiserate with others, and so they understand, kind of what it goes for me, I am currently in a car, and I'm actually in Glassboro. Hey, Rowan, props. Yo. I'm in the dollar store parking lot because it's all coming, man. And so, but my anxiety is the worst and the most apparent to me, and I've gotten to the most close to, freaking out and panic attacks, to almost having a panic attack, because I thought I was going to have one time, is being in cars. And this is how much I really need the medication. So I hate cars. I hate getting in cars. I hate being in cars, and I think it has something to do with I get very anxious when I don't have control. It's all up to other drivers following the guidelines, and if they don't, you can get hurt. So no matter how good a driver you are, no matter how great you drive, no matter how much you follow the rules, you don't have the control, something can happen. And that, I guess, messes with my head. If you've been in a car with me, I have a little Hello Kitty that my best friend Michelle gave me on my bag. And another confession, I use that as a anti-anxiety effect. So if I'm in a car and I'm getting anxious, because I try not if it's someone I'm not really close to, I don't want to be I do this a lot, or grab myself, or grab my knees, or go like this a lot when I'm in a car. But when I'm with people I don't really know, I don't want to do that. So I hold on to that the whole trip and just squeeze it. And sometimes I even do it with my family because it's embarrassing. Even though I know it's irrational to be terrified in cars, I'm terrified in cars. It scares me. I don't like it. I don't like driving. I avoid driving all the time. God bless my friends, because they know and they help me, and they drive me half the time. They drive me more than half the time. And I always feel super bad about it, but it really just, it gets me here. And taking the medication, it helps. And, anxiety has to be something I have to live with. I have to get it. I have to go places. Just recently, I went to the, I believe it's the Indian Cultural Center in Marlton, New Jersey, and I had to drive there, and it was half the way actually coming here. It was a similar drive to here, halfway, anyway. And I was just I was almost a wreck. I didn't want to go. I had cold sores from working outside for a long time that making me worry and stress out about other things. So I was I felt horrible. I felt it looked horrible, and that just made me more anxious. And then it was just It is I don't know, is this helping you guys? I was I should tell this story because it'll make people feel better. Do you feel better? I feel anxious now. And I just want to know if you have anxiety, it's okay. If you have depression, it's okay. Do not be ashamed of it. Do not be ashamed you take medication for it. And it took me a long time to be like, all right, yes, I need this. You know, it's not embarrassing to take medication for it. Because I thought so. I thought it was embarrassing to take medication for anxiety. But it's not. And it helps me so much. And, you know, we need to get rid of the stigma, because the stigma really exists about mental illness. And you're like, anxiety, that's not really a mental illness, but it kind of is. It kind of is, you know? If I could define mental illness in a way that wasn't, like, purely science in the, like, workings of your brain, because I don't know science. Mommy's little secret. I would say it's when your mind battles itself is a mental illness. When it's purely in your brain, when it's purely psychosomatic. Big word. Talk that off. The thing. You know probably who has anxiety? Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts. I just thought about that. That'd be an interesting topic. We should talk about movies I wanted to see. This Vlogmas. I'm getting off topic. Anyway, this video is far too long, and I've talked about being in cars far too much, and I've been in this car far too long. So I will finish up here saying again and driving home the point that it is not embarrassing, you know, to have problems. It is not embarrassing to have mental problems, and it is not embarrassing. It is not embarrassing. If you need it, you go get it. If you feel this way, you go talk to someone who can help you get it, because the stigma needs to go away, and you should not be embarrassed. I have anxiety, and it's rough enough that I need medication, and I'm not ashamed, and you shouldn't be either. So that is it. Anyway, so thank you for watching today's Vlogmas Day 2. So that means it's December 2nd. Oh my goodness, it's not when I'm recording this. Mommy's other little secret. I'm gonna go and drink alcohol now, because, you know, I'm smart. Well, by the way, safety, you know, medication rules. Do not, you know, and talk to your doctor before drinking while on any medication. You guys know the rules. I know you smart people. You smart people. I don't gotta tell you this, but I'm gonna tell you this anyway to cover my ass. I shouldn't curse. Sorry, Grandma. Anyway, have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Day 3, Vlogmas. Vlogmas. Every day but Sunday, it's Vlogmas. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye-bye.